If you haven't already guessed, my skulls don't look exactly proportionate or realistic. And that's the magic of representational art, is that the lines will represent a skull, but it doesn't have to be an exact duplicate. And this is the advantage of digital art. You can do composites and whatnot. And digital artwork could be like DJ music for the visual arts, because you're taking cut and paste images and modifying them through Photoshop or Illustrator. Or if you're super hardcore, hard case, high class, Maya Autodesk software. And taking real images and modifying them. Otherwise, to reproduce the image of a skull exactly as it is in real life kind of defeats the purpose of art. Because art is about choices. Art is as much what isn't shown as what is shown. Which is why the abstract art of the likes of Mark Rothko and Jackson Pollock have the same kind of conundrum that people who do photoreal artwork fall under. Because if you're doing photorealistic artwork, what choices are you making? What selections are you making? You're just being a photocopier for what you see, being photorealistic. Granted, it's a superb discipline to have the capacity to reproduce something in reality absolutely as it is. But it's not necessary. And photoreal art doesn't really entail many choices, many selections. And a choice would indicate that something was selected as opposed to something else that wasn't selected. And with photoreal artwork, where is that distinction? Where is that selection? And similar with abstract art, they don't make any choices. What choices are there with a red square on a green square? Or by taking a yellow canvas and swirling a bunch of red loops on it? What choices were there? Because this is the other aspect of art, is that there has to be some context with the person who's looking at the artwork to understand the thought process behind the choices. What was the artist thinking? And it can't be so obtuse to the person looking at the piece of artwork that you have to have some long, drawn-out, written dissertation to explain a piece of artwork. It should be, to some degree, patently obvious. Art that requires excessive explanation is kind of failed artwork. Because the whole point of artwork, visual arts, is an immediate response to what you see. And if a piece of artwork is bogged down with a long dissertation explaining what it is, it's kind of failed its first and foremost proposition, an immediate communication of an idea. Or, if not an idea, the choices the artist made to convey what it is they're conveying. And the visual arts have several advantages that music and literature don't necessarily have, and it's that immediacy. Because to get to the point with a written piece of work, you have to read through the chapters. With a piece of music, you get the initial emotional impact of the music, but you still have to wait until the end of the composition for your total comprehension. Whereas a piece of artwork, it's immediate. It's right there. Boom. All in one. So, there's a reason why the skulls aren't realistic, photorealistic. That lends to the exaggeration on the forms. As long as they have a semblance of a skull, they succeed in their basic purpose. Because in their exaggeration, the skulls are at once a tool of the composition and a subject. They're a means of the distortions and exaggerations as well as a subject of the piece of artwork being conveyed. Thank you for watching.